Okay, it is saved. Okay, fine. Click on edit. Okay, go to the fees paid field and enter some information. Yes. Mm, okay, save. Okay, now edit on the or click on the pencil icon, not on the button. Okay, click, scroll down and click on fees paid pencil button. Right now it is showing as encrypted. Right, you cannot see the
Yes.
information.
Yes.
So this is what the encrypted field is. And other fields you already know, right? It's a text, number, and multi-select pick list and all.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I hope you have gone through other questions as well. Those are mostly quiz questions, right? So
Yes.
any
Yes.
any issues in that
Audit field.
audit field? Okay. So did you try to Google it?
Yes.
So what did you get, or what is the issue? Did you find the answer or not?
I find the answer, but I didn't get that. I don't
Okay.
understand.
Okay. Mm, okay. Others, I don't think the earlier members have joined. Okay, fine. So audit fields are the fields that gives the information uh, about who has changed the information, who created the record, who modified the record, right? This is how you audit the record, and that's why it is called as audit field, right? So if you click on cancel
Okay.
in this page, click on cancel. Looking at the page, what do you see? Like where you get this information? By looking at which fields you see. Do you observe something in this page which tells you like
Create.
who created, who modified,
Created.
who is the
Yes.
owner, right?
Yes.
And these are auto-generated fields by the Salesforce available out of the box. So these are called as the audit fields. So you should pay attention, like while creating any record or object, what automatic things are coming with this
Yes.
functionality, right? So yeah, so that gives you some idea, or like you may ask questions around it, like why this is happening, what is this new change in the field or in the page or whatever, right? So pay
Yes.
attention for there also. Okay. Yeah, so these are the audit fields. What else? Do you have any more questions on this, like
That question,
about
where should we click some field in Salesforce? That for options.
come again?
But where should we click some fields in Salesforce? That question for options.
Mm,
Two options are correct: fields and relation and object manager. Without going through object manager,
yes, right.
yes.
Okay. What is the answer for first one?
First one, object manager. To identify what all objects are available in organization, we need to click on
Correct. Second?
C underscore C.
Yeah, I thought option C.
C.
Okay. What is the answer for question three?
MDT.
Okay. Four.
Field and relation object manager.
Okay, correct. And what is the answer for seven?
1 second. How many maximum custom field can be created on one custom object?
Yeah.
It is 400, and where we find this within system overview.
Okay, show me.
Here, maximum 400.
No, no. Okay, okay.
Not
What
this.
else? So this is a overview of complete organization or complete environment that you are working on. Like this is a developer edition, right? So it is showing limitation is about your custom objects plus your custom settings. So both combined, maximum 400 can be created, right? But the question is about how many maximum custom fields can be created on one custom object. So your custom object is student, right? So in
Yes.
that, how many maximum fields I can create? That is the question. So did you check something apart from this?
Yes, I checked on Google that I think 800 or something.
Okay, but did you check in the setup menu where it can be
No.
shown? Like any, like this, right? On the screen you can see there is a number maximum 400. Likewise,
Yeah, I mean 800 is the correct answer, but where to find it, right?
yeah,
800 is depending on the different environments. So as we see, currently we are using developer org, but in reality we have enterprise, professional, and unlimited versions of
yeah,
that org, right? So yeah, but where to check, that is important. Yeah,
yes. Okay, so just go to the object manager. We'll see where it is. Go to student, click on it. Mm, yeah, click on it. Now in the left pane, you will see object limits.
One second. Where?
On the left pane, below details, fields, and relationships, do you see object limits?
Yes.
Yeah, click on it. Yeah, so it will give you all the limitations about this object, right? So the
Yes.
fifth row gives you the custom fields limitation. What is the limit here and what is the usage?
What?
So the usage, right? So how many fields you have created in this object, right? It is 11. 11 fields you have
11.
created, right? And the second column shows you what is the maximum fields you can create. That is a 500.
Yes. 500.
Yeah. So here you will find the limitations about this specific object. And the information that you will be showing is about the complete org, including all the custom objects, all the custom settings that we will cover in next sessions. What is a custom setting? But it is a combination of that.
yeah, and
But
and
yeah,
Okay.
remember one thing: these limits are specific to developer org. Right? Whenever you are going in an interview, it's always like you know what are the limits and where to find it, but try to avoid telling the number, right? Or if you tell the number, tell it 800, because mostly unlimited versions are using 800.
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
So
Oh,
Shashikant,
fine.
I'll be away for some time. Maybe I'll try to join in between. Okay. The recording is already on.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, that's fine, Komal. So,
Okay.
do you have any more questions? In last all sessions, like first two sessions,
In
any
first
questions so far?
session, you have asked what is profile and permission.
Hmm.
That I
Uh,
don't understand.
was that a part of assignment?
Not no assignment not, but just a question that ask Google it profile and permission.
Mm-hmm.
I searched
Okay.
it. Profile are used to restrict from something. Their permission set allow to get some extra permission.
Yeah.
But I
Yes,
don't.
that is correct. Like it's basically, anyways, we have a detailed session on that, but I'll give you just a quick overview. Like profiles
Okay.
are basically mandatory and shared between the users. Like whenever we create an user, then we need to enter or give some profile there. That is a mandatory field. And based on whatever information is there specified or configured in the profile, based on that you will get an access to this environment. So whether it's a setup menu access or you can access account information like account records or this newly created student object, right? So what you can
Yes.
do, in this org, it this the template for that is in the profile. So it just a template where you will specify or configure what kind of access or what user can do in this environment. That is a short answer. And the permission set is the extension of profiles. So it's again the same kind of template, but for example, uh, as the profile can be shared between two users, right? So you and your colleague are working or having the same profile, but you want different kind of access and the colleague want different kind of access. Then how to differentiate it, right? Because the profile is same. If I give access through the profile, then it will be given to both of you. But
Yes.
I don't want to do that. Then what I'll do is I'll create a permission set separate for you and different for the colleague. Then I'll give different kind of access through the permission sets. So the template is same, right? The page, the access, whatever configuration information, it's same. It's just for the provision of giving different kind of access to the different users or group of users. That we will see how to create a group of users. But yeah, that is the answer for that. So you got the idea?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Uh, okay. Malay, did you complete assignments for both sessions? Any questions in
Didn't
it?
get a chance for the last one. I completed for the first session,
Hmm.
but the second one I'm yet to. I'm planning to do it today. I'll do it today.
Okay.
Should I stop sharing my screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay, fine. I would suggest everyone to complete after the sessions. Okay, so that we can discuss issues together in one go. Okay. But anyways, we have covered Malay most of the part uh, about assignments as well. You can go through the recording. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Um, I think we can start with today's agenda. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible? Visible to you guys or not yet?
Visible,
It's
Shashwat.
visible. Okay. Okay. So in last session we have seen the objects and the fields in it and different data types. Okay. So there are few that we have yet to cover that we will go through it today. And the different ways. There is one more way to access an object. Okay. Where you can see all the information like here. It is shown on the screen. Okay. So I'll first go through that and then we will cover other fields. So once you click on the gear icon, you will see third option that is a developer console, right? So I'll open it in another tab and we will see what is there. So this is basically used to query the environment information and to do coding as well. Okay. So here you will see the first option is file that if I click on new, you will see multiple options here. That is first one is Apex class, Apex trigger, Visual Force page. This page is nothing but uh, a website you can create with this information. Sorry, with this Visual Force pages. Then component is the same subset of it. Then other we will cover. These are mostly related to the uh, Lightning web components and the Aura components. So if I want to see the information about this object, for example, the student, and but from the here from the developer console, okay, then how can I do it or search it for it? Is click on open, go to the objects, okay, and search for the student. Here you will see four. objects have been created, but we created only one, right? We just created student object, but these three automatically created out of the box by Salesforce. So the first one we will see is student history. So this is nothing but a object which gives you information about or tracks the information about fields, or like it's basically used for tracking of the history of the fields. Okay, then the next one is share, student share, which stores the information about with whom the information or the records have been shared, with what kind of users, what all users, or up to what level of access is given to the student records. Okay, and this change event is like basically whenever there is a some event happened, then it is tracked in the student event. Okay, so I'll just click on the student, double click it, and you will see all the fields, standard and the custom, both in one screen, right? So here the first ID, right? Okay, ID is not here. Fine. Mm, okay, that will cover. Fine, fine. Uh, okay, we will go to the audit fields, right? This created date is also an audit field created by ID, which is nothing but uh, the created by name that is shown on the screen. Students here, this created by, right? And the last modified by owner, right? But there is more descriptive fields which are not on the screen, right? Not on the layout of this page, but here it is available, but also not part of the object manager, but it can be seen here. Okay, so these are our custom fields. These are few audit fields like last reference date, last view date, last activity date, system modified timestamp, and who last modified by ID, and by name also you can get. So I'll show you one query with which I can get this information. We will see that in detail how to write a query and what is the SOQL and all, but I'll just show you for the demo purpose. Okay, so now I'll just ID, name. uh, okay, name is also standard field. Then created by ID. See the information, right? So this is an ID which is generated, or it's a unique throughout the org. Okay, and this is the created by ID. That means who created this record, like the user information or the user ID, right? So I created it, so this is my unique ID of this environment. And the last modifier, it's also same because I did it, but I want to see the name of it, like ID is not descriptive. So I'll just write it dot name, and you will see, because there is a relation between these two objects, right? So on this record there is a lookup field or the relationship between this user. So if I click on it, it will be navigate to the user record. So you will see the information here, the object name is user. The same way you will see here the object name is student, right? So we are viewing a student record, we are viewing a user record. Now the next one, okay, maybe I'll have to navigate back. Okay, so the name here created by dot name, right? Okay, let me navigate back and I'll show you the ID. Yeah, here you will see this is an ID which you can see on this page here, last modified by ID or created by ID here. And this ID is of the student record, okay, which you can see here. Okay, so this whenever we create any type of field or any type of object or anything. There is one ID created in the backend by the Salesforce to identify that kind of component. Okay, so with this, there are two um there are two parts of it, like 15 digit ID and 18 digit ID. So this ID is 18 digits. Okay, not, I think it's UAC. Yeah, so it's 18 digit ID, but you can enter 15 digit ID as well, which is a case sensitive. But if you enter 18 digit ID, that is a case insensitive. Okay, so did you got this point, or like you have any confusion in it? Any questions, Malay, Komal, or Rohan? Hello, yes or no?
Shashikan, one more, please.
Yes. So
Could you please show me one more time?
one more time.
Like
Okay.
16 digit and 18 digit.
Yeah, so whenever there is an ID created by default by the Salesforce, so whenever you create a record or object or user or anything, ID is generated in the backend. Okay, and there are two parts of it, is like 15 digit ID and 18 digit ID. With 15 digit ID also, you will be navigated to the same kind of record. Okay, same record. And with 18 digit also, you can go to the same record. For example, for now we are showing this record having name Abhay. Okay, but I want to open this record, for example, so I can just copy it and just remove all this, just type slash and just enter it, see what happens. I'm redirecting to this new record, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so this is a unique ID.
yes.
Okay, the same way for the user also it's applicable. And let me show you an object, or for example account. Not from here. um, so whenever we navigate to any page, just keep in mind or just pay attention on the URLs also, right? So you will see the list and the question mark. There's the parameter that filter name equal to recent, which is just an API name of this recently viewed list view. So if I click on all accounts, see the difference. The filter name has been changed. So for this list view, there is one ID generated. That is this ID. Okay. If I select my accounts, ID has been changed a little bit here. If I choose new last week, right, the ID has been changed. So for everything, there is an ID that is generated by default. You have to keep in mind that it's very important. Okay, let's see one record of account and see the ID, right? So what is the difference here between two? The student ID, right? So okay, I'll open one more, and just you can just tell me quickly like what is the similarity between these two IDs. Okay, do you see any similarity in these two? No. Okay, fine. So just pay attention to the first three characters. these shows the type of, or what is the object name, or what is the object. Okay, so A00 would be common through all the record IDs of student object. This is the same way is applicable to accounts. So you will see 001 is for all accounts, the record ID will start with 001. If you look at the user record 005, that will be the unique characters between all the record IDs. For example, if I open cases, and let me go to one of it is all open cases, for example. Yeah, 500. Okay, so just by looking at these first three characters, you can identify what is the object name. Okay, it's a standard one, so it's fixed, but not for the custom ones. It can be anything. But just for your info, this is important. That first three character denotes the object. Okay. Now we were on this developer console, right? So this is called as developer console. You can navigate from gear icon and click on developer console. You will be navigated here. You can click on file, click on open or open resource. Both are same. So for example, I click on open resource for this and I type account. Now you can see your account.obj. That means account object, where you will find schema of the account object. See, all the fields are listed here, right? And few custom fields are there. And this is the data type, right? This is the way you can find the object schema. And for this account, yeah, there are many objects have been created by default. As we have seen for the student, there is a student history. Like the same way, here is account history. The difference between these two is only there is a underscore underscore c, and here for this standard objects API name, there is no double underscore c. So you can note the difference here as well. So whatever the field API name is there, so uh, here we are showing all is the API name, right? So whenever we say name, that means the API name. It's not a label, right? So for example, this photo URL or industry or annual revenue, right? It's just a API name here, not the label. You will see the difference on the layout and here. So don't confuse with that.
Sorry
Um,
to interrupt, Satyam.
yep.
So API name is just equal to some repository ID or ID in the backend.
No, I didn't
It's
get
a
your
unique.
questions. Come
No,
again.
so API name is just equal to a similar to repository ID kind of thing in the backend. Means a unique ID.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It's a way to identify this element uniquely.
So
But
unique identifier, we can say.
yes, exactly. So that's why you can use here in the code or in the query, right? You cannot keep both API names as same, or it should not be
Okay.
similar. It will not allow you to create with the same API name. But labels can be same. You can try that, right? You can like this birth date, right? It's a custom field here on the student object. So you can create one more field with the same label, but you cannot have a same API name for both. Okay, an API name is very important for every element, for every object, custom metadata, custom setting, or whatever you create. There is a API name that is created. Either you give the name, or it will give, or it will check in the backend like for the similarity. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is applicable for only this object, right? For example, this birth date can be created in other object as well, right? For example, on the contacts where this person information is stored. So there you can create with the same API name, but not in the same object. Okay, right? Because uh, object is at uh, or these all objects are at a same level, right? Those all will be compared. right? And below that there is a branching, and then within one object there would be multiple fields. So within those fields the API names will be compared, but object name are different. So those will be the new objects that you will create. For example, under contacts will be compared with all the fields of the contact and not with the fields of the student. Okay. And I cannot create the same I cannot create an object name with the same API name, like for example accounts, right? Or a student, and again I can create another object with the student under underscore c, right? So these are all at the same level. Okay, so that's it about this one. And what else we are in? Okay, let's check the history tracking of the fields. Okay, now if I go to the object manager again, yeah, you search for the student. Yeah, go to the fields and relationships, and there is a button set history tracking. Okay, so uh okay, we will see the scenario later on. For now, let me show you how can be set. Okay, so student history, student fields history, which gives you ability to track the uh, changes in the fields. Okay, so it will, you can see track old and new values. So for example, if I click on birth date, select it, and what else, for example the type, click on save and navigate to the student. So for example, if I click on here and okay, before that we have to add related list here. Okay, did anyone of you try to check this page layouts, just for this, like this navigation, opened it or did something else? No. Okay, so I think we have seen at a very high level, and we have a separate session for this, but let me cover it again. Okay, so I just click on the page layouts. So this is nothing but a page layout this of the student object. I navigated it here and I can see the fields. So all the fields that we have created are listed here. Then the buttons, like you can see here on this page, like what all standard buttons are there. Those are available here, and we can just pull it, like just a drag and drop. You will see all the buttons, all the fields here. The same way, there is a way to put the related lists. So if I click on it, and you can notice here that student history is there. Okay, I have to just drag and drop here. Yeah, related list. I have to click on save, and you will see the difference here in the related tab on the detail page of the student record. Yeah, it's saved. Let me refresh. Can you see? Student history has been created here, right? And it tracks the field and all the information here. Okay, so here we have set history tracking for which field we can see here. Click on it for birthday and the type. So if I go to the user record again of the student and I change the birth date to, for example, 19, save it. Uh, okay, we have made it as a mandatory or required field. So I should enter it. If I go to the related, can you see the field history is being tracked? So whatever I do, whatever changes I do for that field, it is getting tracked with the date and time, the user, what is the original value, what is the new value. Earlier it was null, so it is showing null. Let me change it again. Yeah, can you see? Like what was the earlier value? The new value is becomes the old value and new value is shown here. So this is the way you can track the history of fields, and this is very important when you work with the client, like how to track the information. Because I'll give you one business scenario. For example, this record is being updated by many users, and we want to know like what is happening, who is updating the record, or who is specifically updating specific fields. In that case, is this history tracking is very important. Okay, any questions so far? Any doubts, any observations? I'd say yes or no at least. Okay. Yeah, so this is very important. Also pay attention, or like you have to keep in mind, as I said in the first session, that there is a limit for everything. Okay, so set history tracking, you cannot just go and type or set history tracking for all the fields. It is ultimately being saved at in the database, right? So per environment, like per edition, right? This is developer edition. The same way there are other editions with higher licenses, with higher limits. So there is a different set of limits set to how many number of fields you can track. Okay, so you can search for it and tell me in next session like what is the limitation on the developer app for history tracking. Okay, this is your assignment. mm, yeah, so this is about history tracking. Okay. Any issue with this developer console? Any doubts how we can navigate, or you don't understand or something? Forget about this one. The query is not important for now. I'll just show you in next sessions. No? Okay. Uh, okay. As we are on the same page, I'll show you something else.
So this is just to check the schema,
Just to check what?
the schema of object.
Yes, this specific part is just for that. Yeah, because see, that's what I wanted to hear. Like, did you see the difference? All these fields are not visible on the object manager, but it's there, and it is important when you work with actual projects. Like you want to track some information, and based on that, certain functionality need to be built. So in that case, it's very important to track it, and it is already available. Most of the things are already available. It's given by Salesforce. You just need to pay attention, or like there are different ways with which you can navigate to this information. So it just for that, just to show you like it's there. Yeah. Okay. As we have created uh, the history tracking for the student object, right? So there was a field, uh, student history, right? So we will navigate to that and we'll see, right? So if I select field, data type, old value, new value, and click on query, it gives me query directly, right? This is the way you can write the query as well. So it's simple, right? Any questions in this? No, it's very simple, right?
After writing the query, do we have to? click any button or anything on the keypad to
Yes.
run this query?
Yeah, here you will see the execute button. Can you see?
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah. After writing, you have to click here. But if you want, like from the schema directly by choosing the field, you can just choose it and click on query. That's it. It will give you a query automatically, right?
Okay.
And click on execute. You will see the all the information, right? But it is for all the records of the student history. Okay, and not like for each object you have to navigate to that object, and like for account object you need to navigate to the account history and then search for the fields, what fields you want to see, right? And here it is, it's simple. For now, you, as you don't know about the queries how to write it, and it's almost similar but still, right? It's a circle, some differences there. So this is the one way you can navigate to the information, like as a look and feel is like a database, right? Okay. And
Yes.
here you can change the information also. Like for Abhay, I change it to, for example, Malay. Okay. And save it. Yeah, the information is stored, it's updated. Let's see. Yeah, it has been changed. Okay. There is one thing you can delete or insert, or if there is any change you can just refresh the page. If I click multiple times, right, it will not refresh. For that you need to click on the refresh grid, then the information will update. If it's a query is same. Okay. And you can delete the row. Let me go here and delete this record. Yeah, it's deleted. It's deleted, right? That's why it is not able to navigate to that id. And this is the error, this error will be thrown, but the id is same, right? So the record with this id is deleted. So you can consider or imagine this as a primary key or auto generated number. Okay. Now how can I recover this field, right? This record, sorry. So that anyone has any idea how can I recover this record? Mistakenly I deleted it. How can I recover it? Can you imagine something, or like a, there should be a way, right? If the record is deleted, any random guess, that's fine. It don't have to be any technical. Can you search for this like in a setup menu, right? Like something like trash or something. Or recycle bin. Okay. So there is a app. So you should try and navigate to, or like look at the names of those apps. There is a recycle bin here. This is an app, right? Oh, sorry, a tab. And here you can recover it. So there is option to restore. This will permanently delete it, right? I click on it and I restore. So the point to note here is the id did not change. Okay, so Salesforce keeps that information till then it is permanently deleted. Okay, so with the same id I can navigate to this page again. Okay. Okay. So any questions in this deletion part? No. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Let's cover the next point. That is relationships. Okay. Let me go to the object and student, object student, and fields and relationships. Click on new. Now, here there are two types of relationships. Okay, lookup relationship and master detailed relationship. For now, just ignore this external relationship. It becomes very complex for now. So, as I said in earlier sessions, the lookup relationship is nothing but a relationship between two objects, but as a primary key and foreign key. Okay, it's not a master detailed relationship, which is the next one, which is nothing but a parent and child relationships. It just to look up is just to connect or maintain a relationship between two objects. Like if you have seen in this page, there is a relation from student record to the user record, right? So this is a relationship which is already given by the Salesforce, but this is the way it can be created, but you cannot change it as it's a standard field. But if I want to create a relationship, uh, for example, the students, all the students will be maintained under one college, right? So for example, I want to create an object college, and under which college will be master and all the students will be its childs, right? So let's create an object and we will see how to create a relationship between these two. So create a custom object. The name would be college. Yeah, object has been created. Mm, so this field I've created is for mentioning what type of college, whether it's engineering, BSc, or like a commerce or science college. Okay. uh, okay, now I have a database of lot of students, but their colleges are different. One is a science college, one is a commerce college. So I'll just add a tab here, which we have not yet created. So let's create one tab for that. Okay, tab has been already created because we selected a checkbox there. Okay, while creating an object. Let me directly pull it. Anyone tried this in the first? I think this is a part of first assignment, right? Malay, Komal, did you try?
Yes.
Okay, no issues, right? You were able to create it and navigate or like change it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can see a tab colleges. I'll create one record here. I'll create more. So now we have two colleges and two students. So I want to maintain a relationship. Like looking at the college, I should be able to see all the students list here. Okay, in the related list. Okay. So for that, what I can do, or like looking at the student, I should get to know like to which college this student belongs to. Okay. So for that, our requirement is like to create a parent child relationship, and to create it you need to create a field, new custom field of type master detail. Okay, I'll click on next. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it asks me to which object you want to relate to. So the student object will be related to via this field to which object. So for me it's college, so I'll choose college here. Click on next. Yeah, field name again same, college. The child relationship name. So what is the relationship between these two that you can mention here, like students, colleges, or whatever you want. Sharing setting, what kind of access will be given is read write. We will see like whenever we cover sharing rule and the accesses, then we will see. For now I'm leaving as it is. Forget about this one. Okay. Auto add custom report type, it will be added to the custom record type. Okay, I'll click on next. This is our field level security for the profile, so it's visible. Click on next. It's a student layout. Click on next. Related list label. So okay, we'll come to this later. What is the related list label? Save it. Okay, record already exists, you must create a new populate lookup field with data in all fields, and then change the relationship type to master detail. Okay, so as this is an error. So as there is already information available, that's why we cannot directly create a relationship between two objects. For that it is asking me to generate or create a lookup relationship phase first between these two, and then convert it to master detail as it has a data. So if I delete this data, all the student information, all the college information, then I can create a master detail, right? That's what it's saying. So let's go back and convert it to lookup, or like um, I'm doing the same steps again. I'm not saying anything, that's why. Field name is college, student, all as it is. Click on next. Yeah, next, next, save. Okay, field has been created, and it's a lookup field to which object? To college object. So if I refresh it, I should see a field named college. Here it is, right? If I click on edit, You will see the difference, right? This is with this you can imagine what kind of field it is, right? Guess it. If I click, it gives me some uh, values with which I can assign a parent, right? For example, it's for now it's not a parent, it's just a relationship. So I'll just assign MIT and click on save. That's it, right? So we have just created a relationship between college and a student. Now I'm navigating to MIT, okay, and I want to see on the college record what all students are there for this college. I go to the related list, but I don't see here because I did not pull that kind of related list here. So for that, how can I add a related list? We have just seen in like few times, a few minutes ago. Anyone remember? How can I navigate or add a related list here? Where do I have to navigate? Anyone?
Page layout,
Yes, exactly. How can I navigate to page layout?
setup menu,
Okay, setup menu. That is right, but where on the setup menu? I want to navigate to the students, sorry, colleges, objects, page layout. How can I navigate?
I think for student on left hand there was a setup menu and we
Where? Here in the quick find. So, see where to
sure.
go to the uh, go to the object. To go to the object, I have to click on the object manager, right? Where I will see all the objects. I want to go to the college object, so I need to search for the college here. Don't confuse with the setup menu, home tab, and the object manager tab. Here, this is different, and the object manager is different, right? All the objects will be listed under the object manager. So, whatever you want to do with that specific object, you should go to the object manager first. Okay. Okay. Now, where in this college object, where should I navigate? Do you see option on the screen?
Page layouts on the left.
Yeah, that's right. And just click on it. Yeah, simple. Yeah, here you will see these are the related lists, right? And the notes and attachment you can see here. Notes and attachment is there. Students, this is the related list we are interested in. Okay. It was just a matter of refreshing the page. Yeah. So here the related list has been created already. Okay, so whenever I did not change anything in the college record, what I did is I just created one custom field on the student record. Okay, where I can see this or select this college here in the student record, right? This is how it should be. So this is the way looking at the student record, you can see to which college this student belongs to. And looking at the college record in the related list, you can see what all students are belonging to this college, right? So you can imagine there are 10 students, right? And on 10 students, you need to select this college, MIT. And in the college record related list, you will see all the 10 students listed here. Okay, so let me change the next student as well and assign MIT college. Right here, it's blank. I'll choose MIT, click on save. Yeah, and you will see a difference. It should appear here. One more student. This is the way you can create relationship between two records, two objects. Sorry. Any doubts in this? Any confusion? How to create it, or like in understanding why did I put this custom field here on this student record? Because you have to create a data dictionary like this again, and that would be your next assignment, where you will have to maintain a relationship and all. Let's say yes or no at least. You have to be interactive, even if it's fine you don't understand. Komal, Malay, who's there as well?
Yes, we'll try it out.
Okay, Rohan, any questions? Any doubts? You are on mute if you're speaking.
No.
Okay, I think new guys there. Adikesh, is this your first session, or did you gone through earlier sessions as well? Any doubts in this? Adikesh, can you hear me? You are on mute. Okay, I don't know what's the problem, but yeah. Okay, let's continue. Um, Now, if you remember earlier, we had an issue creating a master detail relationship, right? It was saying there should be a data present in the record, and then you can convert the lookup relationship to the master detail, right? So I'll just create or like convert this college relationship, right, for this fields relationship data type to master detail. Okay, here is a button, change field type. Okay, now I'll click on the master detail, right? The options are same. Click on save, updating records, right? I did not get an error, right? Because that was the requirement. Like whenever you want to create a relationship between existing data, you cannot directly create a master detail or parent child relationship. It has to be a lookup relationship. Then you can convert it to master detail. Okay, clear up to this point? Yeah, guys, speak up. Or is it too much? Like for the knowledge purpose? Is it clear, guys? Guys, speak up. Come on. Malay, Komal, or did I disconnect it? Hello. Okay, I'll take that as you have some confusion. Come back whenever you feel or like you face any questions. Post that on WhatsApp group. We'll answer that there. Don't be shy. Ask questions. Okay. You should understand that this relationships better. Okay. It's very important. Now, okay, we will see some properties of these two and the relationship differences. Just give me a minute. Abhay, you there? Abhay. Mm, Okay, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Just for 2 3 minutes. Okay, I'm keeping myself on mute. Properties or the functions come with master detail and lookup. Now, the first one is the deletion. Okay, so uh, for example, if I delete this college, right? If can you hear me, guys? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So, for example, if I delete this college, which is now a parent record, right? So the college MIT itself get deleted, then is it worth to keep the student in the record in the database, right? It's not. So if I delete this college, then the childs will also be deleted. So that is one of the property of the master detail.
Hmm.
But that is not the case with the lookup
To drop
relationships,
it,
right? Which gives you ability to keep the child record as well, or like
okay,
it's not
okay.
a child in the case of lookup relationship, it's just a relationship between two records, right? So in that case, it should not be deleted in that case, about the relationship when it's a lookup. Okay, but with the master detail it should get deleted. So that is one property. Then there is a feature that comes with the master detail is a roll up summary field. Okay, so in the college record I want to see what all students are available in this college, right? So if I want to check, I should navigate to this related list and then check for this count, right? Or click on view all and all, and then I can count it. But that's not a very user friendly, right? So there is one field given by the Salesforce is roll up summary field. Let's create one roll up summary on this college record, and we will see how it looks like and what all features are there, like apart from this features of the roll up summary. Okay, click on college, navigate to it, and just click on field and relationships, click on new, and choose this roll up summary field. It's a read only field, that what it can shows is some minimum maximum value of in a related list, or the count of all records listed in the related list, right? So this gives us the ability, or like gives us these three functions with which you can collect this information of all childs. So I'm just naming it as a count of students. Okay, next. Now it is showing me how to display the information with which function. So here I just want a count, right? So I'll select an object, like why this is given. Anyone any idea? Like this is a master object is a college, right? And our child object is student, right? So the master object can be one, but it can have multiple children, right? Like the student, like there would be under this college there would be multiple children's type of children's basically is uh, a teachers, right? Or clerks or HR department, right? So under this college there could be different type of entities. So for that it is asking me in a drop down what to choose. So I'll choose, as I just have one relationship or one child, I'll select students, and then it gives me ability to choose it. So I just want a count of all children, right? All records should be included in the calculation, only records meeting certain criteria. So If I select this one, it gives me the ability to choose or get the count of records which meet certain criteria. For example, if I want to choose a records count where whose type is a regular one, like I just want to show count of students which are regularly joining the college, right? So based on that, I can select here a type. So these all these fields listed here are of the student object, right? Because based on that we are going to decide, right? Equals, if I click here on this, then I'll get a regular. Insert selected, that's it, just a text, so you can type in also. Click on next, right? Click on next and save, right? So here I'll show that, uh, I'll be able to see that new field and the count. Now I have two students, right? And what is the type of it? So let me change the filter. Click on all. Okay. Click on and birth rate, college, roll number, type. Okay. Let's save it. I have only one student with type regular. Okay. If I change it and get external, save it. That's it. So here I should be able to see count as one, because only one record that is meeting a criteria of type equal to regular. See, so it based on the criteria that we have specified. Now I'll just change it to I'll just remove that criteria and let's see. Here you will see roll ups under roll up summary options. Data types roll up summary, summarized object is student, which is a child, summary type is a count, and the filter criteria type equals regular. I'll just remove it and select this one. All records should be included in the calculation, irrespective of the criteria type. Okay. If I refresh it, it should be changed to 2. See, and it's an uneditable field because it's a kind of formula or like criteria. Based on the criteria, it takes does the calculation of all the children and all that information of the criteria if it is given. Okay, any doubt in this one? How to create, how to change, right? Click on edit, get the summary, get the minimum, get the maximum, and you need to mention here, like if you want to get the maximum count of birth rate, like who has the highest birth rate or who is having the greater created date or the roll number, right? Minimum, maximum, ascending, descending order, you can mention here. Get the summary of roll numbers, right? Or you can mention some meaningful field here and get the count of all that, like for example fees paid, right? You want to get the count of um, amount of fees amount that is paid by all students, so you can just mention some here and select a field and accordingly it will be displayed. Okay. Okay, so that's it about the roll up summary field, which comes with the master detail relationship, but it is not applicable in case where there is a lookup relationship between two objects, right? So here we have college as a master, that's why I'm able to get it. If I create an object named department, for example, in that case, on department record, which is in relationship, I will not see that option, right? To create master to get the roll up summary, as I can see here, right? Roll up summary. But if I create a department and I just create a lookup relationship between these two, I will not be able to create a roll up summary field. Yeah. Okay. uh, okay. There is one more property that in master detail you cannot have up to can have up to two master detail on an object. So how many masters a student record can have, right? So there is a limitation that you can have only two master records. Like for example, one is already there, college, so you can create one more, that's it. Other than that you cannot create it. Okay. But that's not the case with lookup relationships. You can create up to 40 relationships between two tables, two objects. So as you can see, this last modified by, right, it's a lookup relationship. So if for example, consider a deletion scenario. If the college is deleted, which is a master, then automatically child will be deleted. But the user who created this record, right, is a lookup relationship. So user is deleted, it doesn't mean that it will delete the children, right? Delete this student record. Okay. And lookup is always there in all types of objects. Okay. Yeah, so that is the main difference, that you can create sorry, in the deletion, that is the main difference. And you can have only two master records, but you can have up to 40 lookup relationships. Okay. Out of which 25 would be to the standard objects, right? So this college is a custom object, right? By looking at the double underscore c, you can differentiate that it's a custom object. You can create one more. For example, this is a student object. If I want to create a relationship with account, which is standard one, I can choose master detail, click on next, I can select account. Okay, click on next. The process is same, right? And the relationship, that's it. um okay, there is one more thing, the lookup filter, right? Here you can mention a criteria, and based on that you can select what type of accounts you can relate to, or what type of accounts, or like accounts having certain criteria, only those records will be chosen as your master record. For example, if I select account, okay, accounts, what fields, accounts, for example, billing city, or mm, okay, let's take active. Okay, equals true. Okay. And you can give as a required field also, but for now I'll choose it optional, and select active, enable this filter, click on next, 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 save. Okay, again the same issue. You have to have uh you have to create a lookup first and then convert it to the master detail. So that's it. Okay, I'll change it, and forget about that. Let's see the lookup filter here. Okay, so let me show you first what I can choose in the student record, right? If I delete this, mm, okay, let's delete it.
Hello, hey, hi Shashikant. You just
Yes,
joined.
Abhay.
So yeah, what are you trying to do? Is it like master? College is a master?
No, I want to add a filter in the master relationship.
Master data relationship want to add filter or any lookup
Look a
relationship,
filter.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to insert that criteria here. So, to create a new one, master rel, I need to enter a data, right?
Otherwise,
Let's
what you
create a
do,
lookup.
you go back to your earlier field, master data field, which was that field, college field.
Yes.
This one, right here. In properties, you will see allow reparenting because you didn't check it. It won't allow you to change.
Yeah. Okay. So this is missed.
Yeah.
The child records can be reparented to other parent records after they are created. Okay. So yeah, we missed it. Like this will gives you ability to change your parent, which was not there. So let me just save it and let's try again.
Maybe try querying on the database to see which active accounts are there and which are non-active ones.
Yeah, we will change it. So yeah, the difference is like I can uh, choose another parent, right? So MIT and SSS, I can change it, save it. Now let's see the difference first, and based on that we will choose the criteria. We are not doing relationship between account, so based on this type we will apply the filter, lookup filter. So I'm again going back to the fields and relationship, choosing college, click on edit and add a filter criteria where I'll choose college having type equals regular. Okay. So for now I can choose any college record, but both having different types. One is having commerce and one is having engineering. So the values incorrect. I'll change it. I'll choose engineering. So user can select only engineering college. Okay. Let's see difference. Now here I'll go. I'll cancel this. Right. Currently is AISSMS, which is an engineering college now. If I delete it and select here, I cannot even see that college record, right? Because it is not matching the criteria, and the criteria is college type should be engineering. Okay, so that is how you can apply or restrict or like give a use for users to select only based on their requirement, right? So that's the difference. Also, as you can see here, there is an option to create a new college. So here from here also you can create a record. I'll give it as PIT and engineering. Right. So on the same page, you can create a new record and that's it. Save it. So now we have three college records, two engineering and one commerce college. Mm, yeah, so that's it about uh, this property and the difference between the master and detail lookup, master detail and lookup relationships. So any questions so far? Any doubts? Nothing is like um, nothing understood or whatever. No,
So Shashikant, are we done with all the points? Anything is pending?
not yet.
Okay.
So we have covered like master detail relationship, lookup relationship, these properties, lookup filters, history tracking, developer console objects,
Hmm.
um, ID,
Okay.
Salesforce record ID, deletion, recovery,
Okay. The formula
and
and roll up is done, right? Formula field and roll up.
formula is yet to cover. We are yet to cover that.
Okay. So maybe I think for remaining fields we can continue in the next session, right? The formula fields and then the dependent pick lists.
Yeah, that is remaining. Yeah, pick list depending, pick list remaining.
Okay. Maybe you can add that in the sessions, whatever is covered, and maybe we can plan for next session for the remaining things.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So that's
Hey,
it for today, then,
yeah, yeah, I think
or
that's
you
it.
want to cover something else?
Let me quickly share my screen.
Yeah.
Let me know if my screen is visible.
Mm, yeah.
Okay, so I have just shared one document with um, Rohan. What is your email ID? Can you help me with one more time?
He's dropped.
Rohan
He's
has
not in
dropped.
the team.
Okay, okay, I'll share him
Only
also.
Komal is there.
Okay, so this data model I have shared with you people, right? You just need to start creating the object. So I have given the object name, API name, the field label, then the data type for field, and wherever data type is missing, you have to think from your side. Okay, what should be the data type? Okay, and then we can always check. So these are all the objects. You can just start creating those objects and the fields. Few of the objects which are like don't have underscore c, it means those are standard object. We just need to create the custom fields. Okay, so that way we have to progress on this one. Okay. This will be going forward your data dictionary for creating the objects and the things. Okay, any other questions, queries before we close?
No.
Okay, okay, fine then. Yeah, we will close the session here. Yeah, thanks, Shashikant, thank you, Kamal. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, bye.
Thanks, Komal. Bye.